Hey everybody, this review is on Obsession. So the plot of this movie is this guy named Bear has a crush on this girl named Nikki, and he really wants to win her heart and really wants to talk to her, but he always chickens out and he never really attempts to actually get a date with her, and she doesn't even really care much about him because she thinks he's pretty much a loser, and he's down on his luck. So Bear visits a gift shop because Nikki lost her necklace, and then he offers her to replace it. And so when he's going to get the necklace, he finds out that there's something called a one wish willow, a little small box with a little twig inside it where it has a little willow on top of it, and when you snap it, you make a wish, it snaps, and then it supposedly comes true. So he wishes to win Nikki's heart, and what you know it by some magic, it actually does work. And at first Bear is really confused about what happened, why Nikki is suddenly overly attached to him and really wants him. And but at first he thinks it's really cool, he thinks it's good that he scored and is on a date, but then, as the title suggests, she becomes obsessed. Yeah, she becomes really crazy and wants to get really personal with Bear, and to the point where she doesn't even really want to leave him alone, and he then starts to regret it and tries to find a way to undo the wish. So Bear goes around trying to find out more about this willow and try to get some space from Nikki without causing too much trouble. This movie surprised me. I actually really enjoyed this movie. Not to say, I mean, I know I said in the past I was interested in this movie when I talked about the trailer because I thought it sounded interesting. Like a guy gets something from a gift shop, makes a wish, and then it backfires. Like, yeah, that did sound interesting. And the fact that it was a low budget movie directed by a YouTuber, okay, not to knock down aspiring artists, but that was a little concerning. I know what you're gonna say, but it's a horror movie. Those don't have big budgets, and yes, I know it wasn't the budget that was the problem. It's just that at least in Hollywood, like big horror movies, at least have small budgets. This is made by a YouTuber, and I know there's that other movie, Backrooms, which came out recently. I've heard it's quite good. I haven't seen it. I don't know if it's any good. But I actually liked this movie. I thought it was really scary. It's not even a movie that relies that much on gore. I mean, there is gore in this movie. Like, there's some moments where I was just like, ugh. Like, I'm not even sensitive to gore, and even there were some moments in this movie I was like, yeesh. Like, yeah, this movie gets really messed up, and I love it for that. Like, it's definitely one of the scariest films I've seen in like the past like 5 or so years. Like, it was really creepy, but had a really good story. I mean, yes, the story is really basic. It's literally just the monkey paw storyline. Like, that's literally what it is. Someone gets a thing, they wish for something, and then it backfires. Yeah, yeah. Like, it's a movie you can see coming from a mile away. But that aside, I really liked the movie. I thought it was very well done, and I think a part of that's due to the two main leads. Well, all the young leads were good, but I think the two main characters, like the ones who played Bear and Nikki, they were both very good. Bear, like, I like how he could have just been like the annoying, quirky loser character, but no, he actually seems believable, and he's not creepy. Like, he's not a guy who actually wants to get this girl. He's not so down bad for her, but at the same time, you're like, maybe he should let go a little bit. But when you see what how the wish altered Nikki, then yeah, Nikki gets really freaky in this movie. Like, but the actress who played her, she was the show stealer. And she was very cute. I thought she was a very pretty young lady. I really liked her, and like she really was terrifying throughout the whole. Like she does smile, and she's trying to be happy with Bear the whole time. And like it could have been like a gimmicky kind of thing where she smiles so much to the point where it becomes creepy, but it's not even like that. She's just overly attached, and she can actually lash out when things don't go her way, and that's pretty scary. And I really like that it explored, The Wish gone wrong. And yeah, like it isn't really a new concept, but the way it's executed, particularly with the two main actors, really, really good stuff. You get some really terrifying where you really feel bad for Bear. Like even though it was his fault that he really shouldn't have, let it get to him that Nikki wasn't gonna be with him. Like you're at the same time you're thinking, well, that's he doesn't really deserve to be punished for it. Like he doesn't need to endure so much. But and even all the other actors are great. Like the guy who plays his best one of Bear's best friend Ian. Like he's really good in the movie. He's really just the supportive best friend at first, but when you get down to it, he actually wants to know more about what happens and what to undo about it, and he's really confused. I mean, he could have been the easy character where the main character dumps out exposition of what we already know, and the character's like, "What? That's crazy!" And like you do get a bit of that, but later on it shows that he really does want to be supportive. And Andy Richter is in the film, like I said, and yeah, he doesn't have a whole lot to do, but he's there, and the movie is, like I said, it can get pretty gory. Like it's pretty disgusting in a lot of cases. It's not too it's nothing too extreme, but it's more so just shocking. Like it doesn't focus on that much gore. It's more about suspense and the creepiness about how Nikki wants Bear, and Bear's like, okay, I regret this, and it takes a lot of really dark turns, a lot of things that are just flat out weird. Like, yeah, like I said, it does get pretty gross. Like at times, there's a part where a cat like gets eaten, like a cat like gets eaten, like something bad happens to a cat. Like if you're one of those people worried about animals, I guess those weirdos who say I'm okay as long as the dog does that. I guess this is your warning. This is not a movie for you if you're worried about a cat being eaten or killed. But yeah, it is an absolutely insane movie. It's really weird, but I really enjoyed it. It was really surreal, very scary, and despite the small budget, it had a lot of effort put into it. And I had my doubts because it was directed by a YouTuber. Like I said, I'm not trying to knock him down. Like I'm not trying to say he's a nobody, but you know, a YouTube video is one thing because let's be honest, you can't criticize a YouTube video. Like it's not really fair. It's just something people make on the internet for fun. Like you can't overanalyze and criticize it. Like not and no, this isn't like a hidden, insecurity I have. I'm not saying you can't hate my videos or whatever. Like you can feel free to criticize and be angry with me if you want. I'm just saying like don't overanalyze them. They're just dumb stuff people make on the internet. But this is a movie, so that's a big step up. And for a first time movie, I'm pretty sure this guy's first time directing, but I hope he does something else because this was a good effort, and hopefully he doesn't let the success get to his head too much and think, well, if people loved Obsession, people are going to love whatever I do. But I'd say just just take your time and do what you got to do. But this was a really good movie for something that had a really small budget. It was really scary. The story, well, yeah, it is the traditional monkey paw type story, but it's really good. It's definitely a very effective be careful what you wish for type storyline, a very effective you know don't be needing someone, don't be greedy, don't be demanding you need to win someone over. Just be yourself. You don't need to rely on stuff to do something for you. So yeah, Obsession, I'm glad I saw it. I saw it on the big screen, so I didn't see it at home, I didn't see it on my computer. I went to the theater to see it, and yeah, it was a good experience, and I'm glad I supported it. All right, the trailers got for the before the movie. How to Rob a Bank. It's David Leitch, so of course I'm gonna see this movie. It looks interesting. I mean, the action doesn't look as fast paced and cool as something like Bullet Train or Deadpool 2 or like even Atomic Blonde, even though that had really bad motion blur. But this could be good, and Nicholas Holt's in it, and I do like him, so this might be good. Insidious Out of the Further. I've only seen the first Insidious movie. I thought it was great, and I haven't seen any others, but I'll probably check them out soon. But I did really like the first Insidious, so maybe the franchise is probably good. Maybe I'll check out the others before this is out. One Night Only. Yeah, I talked about this when I saw Devil Wears Prada 2. It seems like an odd movie. Sex in public is legal for a day. It's basically just The Purge, but with sex. Okay, that's definitely a plot, but maybe it could be funny and silly. I don't know. The Will Gluck is directing it, the director of Easy A, Friends with Benefits, and Peter Rabbit. Yeah, this is from the director of Peter Rabbit. Don't these two movies just go hand in hand? But I mean, maybe it could just be, a fun, goofy comedy. I don't know, but I don't think I'll see. Maybe I'll just wait for a streaming release. And I got Werewolf, spelt with a W instead of an O. Is this a language thing? I don't know. Uh, this looks interesting. It might be okay. I do like. I haven't seen everything Robert Eggers made. I mean, I really liked The Northman. I didn't love The Lighthouse. I didn't hate The Lighthouse. I didn't think it was bad, but I just thought it was odd and I was really confused throughout the whole thing. So, but I did really like The Northman. So maybe he's kind of a love him or hate him director. But Werewolf, it might be good. I didn't see the Wolfman movie that came out last year, although someone showed me a picture of it and yeah, I get why it didn't do well. But Werewolf, maybe it could have potential, so I'll see. But yeah, Obsession, I really liked it. I was very satisfied with it. If you're a horror fan, if you want to support a smaller project that's actually competently made, I'd suggest checking it out. And even if the fact a YouTuber directed it turned you off and you feel you're worried it's going to be amateurish, it's worth one watch. Like I think it has enough scares in it to make you say you're glad you checked it out, even if the end result you didn't like it. I think there's some that make them that can make you say it was a worthy experience. Like it's not lazy. It may not be a classic, but it's at least a movie. Like it's definitely had dedication and effort put into it. So, yeah, Obsession, I quite liked it. So, take care.